let's get this underway here. The winner of this match plays the loser of Curse.EU and CLG Prime.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, a little interesting.
So, I mean, CLG Prime, that's going to be America versus America. Going to be a much more standard match. Curse.EU.
Yep, another nation kill.
Yeah, yeah. Curse.EU, if they do go end up in losers, that'll be a new match for everybody.
Yeah, that'll be. I mean, it's so weird because we have so many. Like we've had the teams, we've had the curses. We had the CLGs go up against each other. It'd be interesting to see the curses go up against each other too, just to try to seal the deal, ensure that it is only just the one. No finals. No same team finals here.
All right, bans coming out from Curse so far. Twisted Fate and Shen. Twisted Fate being aimed over at Takashi X. Karthus also being aimed at Takashi X, trying to ban him out. So that's going to be interesting. Diana being banned out by TD Oriana as well. That's a lot of Takashi X champions.
Yeah.
I'm kind of wondering what he can play. Rengar being banned out last, though, that makes sense because Rengar is scary and broken, as we've been seeing in a lot of these matches.
You know what? It's something we haven't seen in a while. It's actually something, a big champ that is a strength for both the AP mids in these teams. Because Jackie and Takashi X are both very big Morgana players. And it's been a while. I like to see that.
Well, Morgana has a problem.
What does she have?
Well, look at characters like Karthus, like Oriana. Their cooldowns are much shorter. Or
Yes, they are.
Morgana, I mean, Tormented Soul does ridiculous amounts of damage. Her binding does insane amounts of damage. The only low cooldown she has, really relative to anybody else, is going to be the ultimate. Everything else, though, it has a long cooldown. If you miss it, if your Tormented Soul is not in the right spot, like, there is no recourse. You miss so much damage, and it really sets you back. If she gets ahead, she can do well, but it's not a reliable pick, and I think that's why people haven't been picking her up as much. She's still safe in lane, but she just doesn't do as much as other APs once they leave the laning phase.
So anyway, we have to think of some other alternatives. And, when you look at Night Jackie, he's got some other options. There's other bigger played chances like Zyra, Cassiopeia.
Ooh,
hey, there it is.
All right. They're going for Morgana.
Right.
They're going for Morgana first too. That's kind of scary. That's a very, very manly pick coming out of TD. And I think, did they just try to ban each other out? They both try to ban each other's mid lanes.
Yeah.
Katarina's still open. Katarina, not the strongest pick against Morgana just because she can never really go aggressive. Morgana can survive her burst. She can use a Black Shield, not take too much damage. And her ultimate combo, that'll just wreck a Katarina.
But we could also be seeing the Katarina top.
That could be top arena, yeah.
Top arena.
Top arena.
Top
it's
arena.
like a battle arena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it's Oriana's band. Yeah, top arena. I like
But
that.
I mean, top Katarina can work out. It's a really solid pick. I don't know if that's necessarily Voyboy style, though. I mean, has he played a lot of top Katarina in the past? I have not seen too much of myself.
I think he had a match actually earlier on in the weekend. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure he's got to get my notes going here. Let's see, they may have played it actually.
Well, just looking out, we have a Nunu being picked up by Curse. I'm assuming this is going to be bot lane Nunu. At the same time, they could do Lee Sin top jungle Nunu, which would be funny as hell.
Voyboy, he actually did. He actually both against Black Bean and M5.
Lee Sin top?
He did Katarina top.
Oh, Katarina top.
So
Okay,
they've done it twice
Yeah.
before in the indie bracket. I said check my notes.
Wasn't able to catch those matches, so it's just one of the things where it's like, maybe he did.
There's a lot of there's a lot of stuff going on here. We don't actually get the chance to see everything we'd like to. This is like, do I want to watch some of these matches, or or do I want to satisfy my hunger and not collapse and die?
Yeah, it's like, do I not want to collapse mid-cast? It's usually a kind of a small problem, just a bit. Hey, worst comes to worst, director camera takes everything over, which is its own problem.
Yeah, it's that's the last case scenario. I mean, we want to be here. We want to shout.
We want to be. Well, we just don't want to be collapsing. That's how I feel about most situations.
Yeah, because I don't want. Yeah, because I don't want to be dragged away by security and it's like they break out the hose to try and wake you up.
No, well, it's a different situation. I think if you're collapsing due to hunger, they take you to the hospital instead of to jail. But
I would hope so. I would hope so.
Elise being picked up. Okay, so I'm assuming it's going to be Nunu Cog bot lane, Lee Sin jungle because St. Vicious has been doing that a lot lately. Elise top lane, which Voyboy's been doing a lot himself lately, which leaves Jackie in the mid lane as Katarina.
Yeah, I have seen a few Elise's mid though. It's kind of like they still have that massive AD damage come into. Well, you can build her either way, really.
Well, I've seen a lot of Elise's top coming out from Voyboy though, so that's where I'd expect it.
Ah, okay. So there's options. Curse definitely has options. It's just a matter of what the last pick for TD is. Well, here's the thing. They could also let's see, what's Crank? Okay, never mind. So there's still a matter of where Olaf is going, if he's going top or jungle. And seeing as it's DTD, I'm assuming
jungle Olaf.
I'm assuming jungle. Just
well,
a crazy guess.
Zion Spartan can never practice Olaf just because every time they get it, it goes to Nintendo Dex. They just don't get enough chance to pick it. All right, there we go.
The Jax. Okay, so we got Jax last pick for here from Dynamic. But it's weird though because I've seen some of the stats recently for Dynamic, and Nintendo hasn't been doing too well with Olaf. Actually, granted, they're banned in over 60. Olaf is banned in over 60% of Dynamic's games, but yet I don't think Nintendo has actually gotten too many wins.
I've seen the wins come out in smaller tournaments. It does happen. It's just so rare to see them play it, and I think a lot of teams, when they do leave the Olaf open, they have their plan in mind. They know what they want to do to shut that down.
Yeah, and it's just when it comes to LAN, the Olaf just does not seem to perform. And also remember these guys got their debut at IPL4. They're still a relatively green team.
Well, I mean, this TD is not really the IPL4 TD in a lot of ways.
It's also true. That's also true. Yeah.
I mean, Paradoxical no longer here. Zig no longer here.
Yeah.
And from what I hear, Pixel after this tournament, just because of Season 3 qualifiers, won't be able to play with the team because he's too young.
That's right. I forgot.
He's only 16, turning 17 next year, but a little too late.
Yeah, actually, even same thing with a lot of other players too. Like, was it Reckless on Fnatic is like 16?
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a real shame.
It's all about Sweet 17 when it comes to Season 3. It's actually like there's a lot of players that are being shut out because of the age difference or the age limit. I know Pobelter and Light Sledge on Meat Playground just way too young. Not even 16, I believe, still 15-year-olds. Not able to do anything when it comes to Season 3.
But to have that kind of skill and to actually make it to a big show, to make it a big lane like this, while being so young, very impressive. Still,
that's for sure.
Absolutely very impressive.
All right, let's see who's got the better skins.
Well, they have all of them available, so I would certainly hope.
Come on, Rusty Blitzcrank, Rusty Blitzcrank. Well, Piltover's okay. Piltover Cousin's pretty awesome.
It's the honk, man. You have the honk. It's all you need. That's all you ever need in life.
The story of Rusty Blitzcrank. It was literally the worst skin Riot ever released. It was one of the release skins, and it was honestly Blitzcrank, but like a darker shade of brown, and it looked terrible. It gave you the feeling that it was just a bad skin, not that it was rusty. And then they remade it after discontinuing it, and now it looks awesome as hell. So it's like, cool. I want Rusty Blitzcrank just so badly. But it's gone forever, and I missed my chance because it was a bad skin, and Riot decided, hey, let's make it a good skin.
Passing moments and missed opportunities, but...
Whoa, boots.
Whoa, boots. We got boots.
We got boots, no wards, no boots,
shoes,
or potions so far coming out of Rux. This looks like a completely ward-based start. Yeah, not even potion. That's kind of rare, but
wow. Well, it is actually it is definitely something new, something we don't see too often.
Look at those pings. Everybody's pinging around bot lane.
Yeah.
Wait, no. Oh no, that was me Playground to talk to about this. They said they were going to try and troll with their pings.
Oh, no, let's not be doing anything like that. We're trying to keep it at the very least.
Oh no, they told me they were going to do it. So.
They told
Which I'm okay with.
Fortunately, we got TD here.
TD might be doing... Well, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually try to do it themselves.
All right.
Oh, they can get this grab up. Cop's not going to know anything.
See them right overside. The bind actually not landing. He was off on the side, so Curse knows they're being invaded here down in the bot Shrybrush. They don't know exactly how many members of Dynamic, but they know at least Morgana's with them, and they are still traveling up onward over to the tri-ramp area. They're going to camp out this bush.
And Takashi X actually went for a weird angle. I think he assumed Cop... will be trying to juke that binding by standing in a different spot.
Oh, Curse is ready. I mean, just look at this. It's just standoff, and they don't even know it.
If Zion gets a grab, though, I mean, it
could be disastrous.
This is going to be huge for either team if TD goes for it, even if Curse goes for it.
The most nail-biting moment, and neither of these teams actually have any idea how close they actually are.
This could determine the game right here. Curse, they're breaking off, but they can retreat, though.
They can retreat, but it's still a dangerous situation.
Oh, God.
They got the vision. They know St. Vicious is there. I don't think he actually saw them over on the ramp. So
are they going to wait for the red buff?
They might. They may just pull the red buff actually over. But this is a huge commitment, though. You have Zion Spartan hasn't even backed yet to actually go catch up with top lane, but look at St. Vicious. He knows he's playing very cautious at the moment. Off TD transitioning down. There he is. Rocks going out in front. There is the hook down on the rocks. Trapped in the brush. First blood ambushed by all of Dynamic here over in the red. Wonderful first blood. Wonderful kill.
Hey, what's Voyboy up to?
What is Voyboy up to? Let's see where he's going.
He's doing the blue buff.
He's doing the blue buff. He's getting very low while doing it. That would be don't.
Okay.
Yeah, don't die right now, boy. But that'd be disastrous right now.
I mean, losing first blood. Actually, gank going on mid lane. It looks like.
You got Katarina coming in now around the side, but Takashi X is there with Nintendo to help dissuade. One axe should be more than enough to keep the Katarina away.
I mean,
yeah.
Unfortunately for Curse, they didn't have a chance to put a ward down once they saw the binding come out from Ghana. They didn't move quickly enough.
Right.
And they kind of made the assumption, they're like, well, they haven't started doing red buff yet, then I'm assuming that TD isn't here, and the assumption just wasn't right. Who got that first blood? It's going to Nintendo Dex. A very nice start in the jungle, and the pause is coming out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Same Vicious right now, his red buff was stolen. They left one lizard alive, so it's not going to respawn until, well, he kills it. It still hasn't been killed. And he's still level 1. So is Nintendo X, but he has that red buff. He has a better start. He's going to, be in a solid position. And more importantly, there's still 2 buffs alive in his jungle. So give it to St. Vicious to either go for heavy ganks or get some really good counter drilling done to shut down Nintendo X and really keep up with him. If not, he will fall behind. And his ganks, I mean, Lee Sin can die when he goes for ganks if he's behind in levels.
Right.
He's still effective. He still has a really good slow. But he's so squishy without those levels that it's really dangerous to go forward.
Yeah, that is the inherent risk of going with him. It's like when you're not getting those ganks, you end up playing a little bit more defensive. And we've seen this before earlier on in the tournament, where you'll see Lee Sin's actually invest more points into the shield, into the W, as opposed to the Q. So there goes a lot of your inherent damage when you're going in for those ganks. But you do have better presence in team fights. So if he does get denied, but Curse decides to force team fights earlier on than normally would, he's still going to have a fantastic presence.
Okay, and Jackie's doing what he needs to do early on this lane. He's just hanging out, using lots of Sinister Seal, being aggressive, being forward with his push, because right now, Takashi X can't really do anything. It's going to be if he uses Shumpo that Jackie will really be in danger.
Yeah.
So it's a skill-based matchup. If he ever feels a need to Shumpo just for a CS, it's punish him. Oh, Ruck's getting pulled in, taking a lot of damage. We'll be surviving though, but still, that's not a... Well, Knight and Arcane Shift being used, but Arcane Shift did not hit. That would have been the kill right there.
That could have been, that could have been very interesting, but fortunately enough, though, did not happen. Don't Mash Me, though, will have a little bit of extra time there at free farm, but you also see St. Vicious is actually making his way on down just to play a little bit of interference and beat the guardsmen, make sure that they're not getting completely pushed to tower. Meanwhile, Nintendo, he's having ball, man. He's already got that early heart of gold. He's gonna have that extra income. He's just having a blast, taking all the jungle camps, and he's gonna be a very big Olaf, very damaging Olaf very soon. So we may see those ganks come on in, especially seeing his Night Jackie's push up a little bit too far, trying to deny Takashi X over the tower. And here he comes over from the side. Shunpo straight to the Olaf. Night Jackie just wants to clear the distance, but there's the pool. Where is the bind? Takashi X not enough mana, but. Yeah, bind already used. The mana is also low. Night Jackie forced to use the flash. So flash
they got what
used.
they needed.
They got what they wanted. Flash used. Successful gank.
And the truth is, Jackie just wanted to force the flash as soon as he could, and that's why he tried to bind so early, trying to get just that used. Because frankly, you can't really catch someone. Nintendo going for the gank though, spotted by the ward. Void Boy gonna bait this out. He is Elise, and Elise is not someone who can really gank.
Yeah, it's quite difficult. And top lane Elise, mid lane Elise, either one. It's like, oh, you're going for the gank. Well, whoop, I'm just
gonna go float in the air for a bit.
Yeah, I'm just. It always reminds me of that one Simpsons episode, like with Poochie. He just floats out. Like, I need to go now. My people need me.
See, now I need the Poochie skin for release. Where's that skin?
Oh man, just imagine little Poochie. That'd be
actually
awesome.
terrifying, but
awesome.
All right, but looking back at the game, CS difference actually closing that first blood gold, only a 300 gold difference out in favor of TD. They're really keeping this equal, keeping this aggressive. Jackie, it looks like he's roaming bottom, not really any ward coverage. This could punish TD hard.
This could be pretty huge, and Pixel's still a little bit too far out in front. He knows he still wants to be aggressive. Don't Mash Me, trying to get some shots off over to Brush. Ruck's looking to bait it out. He does get pulled. He may actually go down here. It's just a matter of can Night Jackie capitalize. He's only level 5, does not have the ulti. That could have been a lot bigger.
And it looks like Takashi X was going for the roam. Just going to go ahead and keep farming that mid lane. Takashi, by the way, really not keeping up in CS with Jackie this game. He's 6 behind right now, but early on it was about an 11 CS difference. And frankly, I think that's why Jackie's feeling confident to roam, just because he has a CS lead. He's doing well. And he's going to go ahead, get all that mid CS right now, and just kind of catch up and get a bigger lead once again.
You also saw top lane Nintendo with the attempt on top, but Elise, one little exploding spider actually caught him out over in the top rush, so that was a gank averted, and he's just going to go back and grab these small bullets. And there you go. That's what we were talking about right now. Elise needs to go. Zion Spartan going to be wasting that stun, unfortunately. And Voyboy throwing down some harass while he's in retreat, and the wave is actually pushing up towards Voyboy, so he has the potential to freeze it here and get a little bit far from himself, but damn, she does quite a bit, and here comes Nintendo. Surprise! From the top rush, there's a flash being forced out by the Elise, but
he's stunned!
He is stunned underneath tower. Can he get out of there? Zion Spartan does dive right back in, but the tower shot, the minions are too much. So 1 for 1, but there's still an exchange, an advantage of TD because they did get the assist.
They got the assist, and look back at that top turret. Look at all those creeps dying. This is what makes top lane hell. That's a good 10 CS. That's a level. That's going to be Voibo coming back barely at level 6 with Zion Spartan going to be very close to level 7 himself. And that's why top lane could be hell. That 300 gold difference, though, there's a lot of CS being denied.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the lane, though. I mean, Zion's at 27 CS. Voiboy's at 41. He's not really doing that well in the lane. I think a lot of that problem is because Elise does have a lot of early game harass. You really can't avoid her skills.
And she also had that early blue.
The early blue buff definitely helped out. And now that Zion Spartan's hit level 6, we've seen him go aggressive. He definitely has a bit more fight in him. But, I mean, it's going to be hard. But Takashi X roaming down bottom, spot by a ward. What's going to happen now?
He does have the ultimate up, but that ward, I think, is allowed Curse to clear enough distance to make sure that ultimate is ineffective completely. And unfortunate enough, because that ward in the Tri-Brush just died. 10 more seconds. If Takashi X waited 10 more seconds to go on down, that could have been a completely different story.
They probably saw it die. He probably walked back in the brush. It was already gone at that point. And just, you see the ward corpse hanging around for a little bit. Looking at mid lane, though, once again, they're keeping up this 300 gold difference. 1 for 1 in kills up top lane. It's a very equal match. It's going to come down to the first dragon attempt, the first big team fight. Looking at CS, though, I mean, top lane in favor of Curse, mid lane in favor of Curse, jungle also in favor of Curse, but they do have the assist and kill on the Nintendo deck. So this is kind of scary for TD if they keep falling behind in lane. If they don't start making those plays, they're going to give up their gold advantage. Right now it's only 200. It's even shrinking at this point. And they might just fall behind because of laning.
Yeah, and Nintendo, he's trying to make a difference here in top lane, but it's not getting the best returns. The wards catching him out, and if anything, just 1 for 1. Takashi X using the ultimate in Spite 9. Jackie does miss the bind, but the second part of the ulti does pop up. Saint Vicious makes his presence known and forces out the flash from Morgana.
Right there, Takashi getting a little bit nervous, trying to use a bind before the ultimate lands, and, well, that could have been a kill, maybe not, but not a lot done.
Nintendo just peeked, just tripped out of the bush, gave away his positioning while Curse is going in for the invade over onto their red. You have 3 members of Curse.NA looking to steal that right now. Nintendo's not happy with it, but the Lizard is being dragged out, and that is going to be a grab from the Lee Sin. As like, hey, you took mine first one in the game, I'm going to take yours.
And I mean, forcing Morgana off the lane, that's really what allowed them to do that. Katarina's going to have her ultimate up before Morgana does, but the Ignite was burned. Takashi might have a bit of fight in him left, but it's going to be hard for Takashi to get a full ultimate onto Jack at this point because he has a flash up, and he's probably not going to use his ult offensively until he has Ignite up or has Saint Vicious coming in for a game.
Zion Spartan doing a little bit of harass here on Voyboy and Elise.
She hurts.
She hurt. Where does all this damage come from? She's got those
all
boots.
The damage.
All the damage
comes from Zion Spartan's HP. The way Elise works, because it's percentage-based damage, it doesn't really matter how much life Zion Spartan has. He's going to take the same amount of damage no matter what. So yeah, Neurotoxin, and even in her spider form, her Q still does percentage-based damage. So her spells always kind of do the same damage, but it's going to be based off the HP. Her AP ratios, nobody ever really thinks about just because it scales so weirdly. You just go for penetration, and it's effective with that.
That's pretty good. It's not too bad. It's not too bad at all.
It's a lot of damage when it comes out.
It makes me think is why we haven't seen as many Elises, just period.
I believe Zuna has run it himself, Voyboy's run it himself. It's common in North America, hasn't really picked up on the rest of the scene. Elise does have a problem. She doesn't do that much with teamfights. Zion Spartan going aggressive, but as you can see, every time he goes forward, he gets hit by the stun, and if Voyboy does miss a stun, he can just go in the spider form, leap up in the air, and that's the aggression gone. He's gonna miss a stun, and if he misses a stun, well, there's not a lot he can do. And the truth is, I don't think he's maxing out Counter-Strike 2nd.
Let's check out. No, he's actually he's going for the W. He wants the empowered. He wants the empower, which is, I mean, it's the right thing.
It's the common build.
It's the common build. It's the auto attack reset. It's just a little bit more damage in quick burst.
They're
looking for the duel. The Ignites going off on each other, but meanwhile, bot lane, you got the presence from Saint Vicious. You also got Takashi X. Does he have the ultimate up? He does. Just wait for the right moment. Flash is down, unfortunately, but he's only getting Cop, and Cop flashes away from it. Opportunity
Wait, what's
lost.
going on with Chase on the top lane, though? Voyboy makes it out of there. Still has his flash up, showing just the escape abilities of Elise. But I mean, Zion Spartan does have a Vampiric Scepter, going to have a lot of sustain. It's weird because Elise does have built-in sustain, but it's based off her melee attacks and spider form with her W up, but that's not really reliable. Dragon now be attempted by TD. It did a lot of damage. Pixel is low, and Jackie's in the area. He can get a lot of kills if he gets the reset.
Yeah, Pixel, he's aware that if anyone from Curse wants to contest, he will be the first one to go down. But at least his positioning right here allows him to get an opportunity to grab. Jackie, though, just with the ultimate one, gets the reset, gets two with that double kill. Nintendo X Kitty Cordy he has the ultimate popped, but that is another triple kill for Jackie.
That was like 5 seconds. He got that up, just picked it up, boom, reset, you're all dead, just nothing. I gotta say, can you click on Takashi X for me, just like on his portrait? I gotta ask one big question.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, 48 magic resist. That's not really enough to survive against the NY Jackie damage. Look at that. He has Sword Shoes and Haunting Guys. Those are his only items, and he melted everybody. But that is Katarina. Her base damage is incredibly high. The tough part with her is staying alive. And there you go, Jackie going for the low HP targets. They didn't have time to respond. I mean, Takashi got the binding, used his Black Shield, wasn't even close to enough.
Yeah, and Pixel, he was on the side, like, waiting. With all this, you see, like, he could have gotten the grab at the very least, sacrifice himself for the better of the team.
Well, you can't sacrifice yourself against Katarina, though, and that was a big problem. That was just, that's one of the situations where maybe it would be an okay Dragon against a lot of characters. But Katarina's one guy, or one girl, they could not do that against one lady, the one woman.
It's rough. It is very rough sometimes.
And that's gonna hurt. Look at this gold difference now. 3.7k in favor of Curse. That's gonna be rough.
And you were talking about that first dragon too, and that was a convincing. That was a convincing fight.
That was a convincing 1v4.
That was.
And the rest of Curse kind of showed up. Okay, they did some damage, but that was. That was Jackie.
That's
Top Land and some Living Artilleries did good DPS, but the truth is they set themselves up to be murdered by Katarina.
Pretty much. And with that sequence of events, that is about 2k of a lead that Jackie actually has over Takashi X, and that is pretty huge to have pre 20 minutes.
He's got the CS. He doesn't have an assist, but he does have 3 kills, and that's CS lead. Takashi, I guess a problem Morgana does have is Tormented Soul. It's great at farming, and they did take out mid turret too. But it's great at farming, but not till level 3. So at level 5, Morgana picks for farming. Jackie's been farming well this entire game, and it's really been hurting TD and really hurting Takashi X in particular. Top lane, though, at least, well, Down Spartan has been doing okay. Still behind in CS. He has a lot of fight in him, and the truth is, Jax, if he's behind in CS, that's okay. This is going to be more effective late game than Elise is. Elise is always going to kind of do... She will always be useful. It's like you don't make her skill that well. She survives longer.
Right. And once Jax hits level 11, level 2 in the ultimate, he has a little bit more punch. He's got a little bit more defense. So
he's got a little punch right now, though.
He's got quite a bit. Boy being ignited. He's going for an aggressive play at the top. You got the leap strike, but here comes the rest of Curse. It's like, oh man, that's trouble. I got to get away. Flashing out of the web. Will not be stunned underneath tower, but St. Fish, he's still hungry for a kill. Jackie, Shunpo over to the ward, wants the bouncing blade, but Zion Spartan has cleared a little bit too much distance. So right now, Dynamic, they know we're losing top tower. At the very least, to make this even, we need to make a push down here onto the bot tier 1.
I would love to see Rux use the ultimate just to defend the turret. But I don't know if you noticed, Zion Spartan actually auto-attacked a creep with his ultimate, which used that proc and missed a lot of damage onto a Boy. Oh, can they fight this? Takashi X, I don't think you want to be there. I think that binding might have just cost you your life if you can't get out of there.
It does still
Wraith respawn, though. That actually saves him some time.
Good. It's like, hey, I was like, we could go for the kill. But there's that blue Wraith. You know how I feel about that blue Wraith. I mean, he's so delicious.
The problem was that they couldn't get a resonating strike over the wall, so Takashi X just got a free walk out of there. All right, thank you, blue Wraith. But then that's also blue Wraith at St. Vicious, a little bit more farm, and that gold lead, it's getting ever so slowly just bigger and bigger. Top tower still stands, but
it does. But also
it's low HP and it's getting scary.
But look at all of these wards.
That's actually that's a really good ward they had, the one that Jackie used a Shumpo to, just because it's going to tell you if anybody comes to help out top lane.
Right.
Like, it's a surprisingly strong ward, and that means right now, Zion Spartan, he's kind of naked up top. He has no idea where they could come from. There's only one ward by the red buff.
And he's recognizing, too, that he has to farm the golems. Because
there's a reason St. Vicious is up there. It's because he's going to have backup soon. They're going to go for the push. Nintendo Dex, though, he does have the oracles.
Good.
Very important.
He does, and the pings are actually going down. Curse has actually spotted him clearing out that one. But there are still many more wards to clear. But he's actually backing off Curse and picking up Mel Magic Man who wants to get to the defensive. 2 of them, actually. So one of them is going to go to the Merc Treads. The other one, what is that going to go to? Possibly, it could go for an Aegis or...
Probably an Aegis, I would say.
Yeah, Aegis or even... Well, actually,
He's
yeah,
not
Hex Drinker
Hex Drinker
rarely.
it can be an option. It's
be.
not going to be the
Yeah, it's not.
Wits End, though.
Yeah, it's more likely going to be D, I guess.
Actually, Wits End wouldn't be the worst thing on just he does get a lot of attack speed, but normally you want to build AD for his undertow, which is the bulk of his damage. Curse looking at that bot lane turret. Going to be a 3v3 down here. I'd say they're a little bit stronger on Curse's side, though, just because of their gold advantage. And
yeah,
well, can they go ahead and get the pull? Oh, nah, not quite.
Does get the pull in the cannon minion, but that's minimal, seeing as how much damage Curse is capable of doing down here. But here's the thing, neither team knows that TD doesn't know Jackie's here, and Curse also did not know that Nintendo was nearby.
But now he's gone.
Now he's gone, so Jackie's still he's still the ace in the hole here for Curse with this push down bot, and there's not a whole lot the Dynamic can do about it right now.
The problem is Cop is so strong that he's kind of zoning out TD on his own.
Yeah.
So Jackie, he wants to push forward just to get the chance. They at least get the turret, so they're fine with that. That's a great situation. It's turret for nothing.
St. Vicious also coming on down along with Voyboy, but with all that, Zion Spartan has been left to his own devices, so he's getting a chance to free farm here up top lane and can definitely get some damage down onto that tower. Nintendo, he's going back and forth. He's on cleanup duty. He's doing the janitor work, just making sure that their jungle is clear, at least for the moment. Takashi X also wandering up their top lane, but now it seems that Curse is making a big push here in the mid. All 5 members are looking for that tier 2.
The big problem right now is if you look at the CS, it's that first fight. It's the CS overall that's really hurting TD at this point. They have 2 members over 100, 4 members of Curse over 100 to counteract that. And Jackie at 150, this is going to be a hard push to stop. They're doing a lot of damage to the turret. There's a lot of really good poke coming out from Curse. They have bouncing blades. They have Elise with the random little spiders running forward.
Right.
And of course, Living Artillery, even though Voyboy doesn't have that blue buff, still does quite a bit of damage. Though it looks like Zion Spartan's going for a split push top lane. This could be what they need. They can go ahead and keep Voyboy from going up there, but he looks like he will be making it. Yeah,
Voyboy's going to be going up top lane while the rest of Curse is actually distracted by taking this,
this resetting dragon.
This resetting dragon. But Dynamic, look, they are following through on Elise here. Voyboy making his presence up and top in Zion Spartan. Are they...
They're going for the blue buff.
They're going for the blue buff for a second. Or it's like,
no, they're not doing that.
Is this like old mono? Are they going for the super early Baron?
The super early, random, and incredibly dangerous Baron. Curse, like, they're checking the area out. Actually, if Curse knew that TD had retreated, they can do a very fast Baron themselves because they have Kama, because they have Renu, and Lee Sin also. Actually, all of their team is really good at killing Baron.
They really are.
Katarina, but Katarina tends to do a lot of damage just because Steel has such a short cooldown.
Well, she would be out in front of the pit running interference.
She would kill all of TD before they can show up. Well, I mean, right now, they don't have a way to really deal with Katarina. Pixel can interrupt the ultimate very quickly, but while the ultimate is a lot, and I mean a lot of damage right now, it's going to be the reset side of the problem. And looking at Jackie's build, what does he have so far? Has the Haunted Guys, has the Sword Shoes, and that Zonia's.
Oof. The Zonia's is the biggest part.
Staying alive for 2 more seconds, that's a good chance for some members of TD to die. Yeah. That's just what you're looking for. You're not looking for the ace, you're looking for 1 kill at a time. You just pick them up in very, very short time spans.
Yep, so now all of Curse, they're happy with their dragon. They've managed to successfully push off Zion Spartan there in the top lane. And all of Dynamic there are in a bit of a defensive pose, chilling out just for a second. Nintendo actually camping out that side brush. Cop free farming down here on bot. St. Vicious clearing out the ward coverage there in Baron because they know they're going to be going for that soon. And it looks like Dynamic they're definitely fishing around their top jungle. They know Curse. They've been invading frequently. They know they can catch them out. They also want to make sure their ward coverage is clear. But they're recognizing too that there is a very early Baron opportunity for actually both of these teams.
It's going to come down to pixel grabs. Oh, Rugs almost grabbed very close there. It's like, as I'm saying it, you see the fist come out like, oh. But it's going to really come down to pixel and his grabs at this point. And that's scary. It's a big gold difference, but if they do catch Kog'Maw, if they do catch Katarina before the fight starts, we maybe burst her down before she can pop Azonia's, and they do have the potential with Jax's CC, the Power Fist, and the Silence on Blitzcrank's ultimate. They can do a lot. They need a little bit of luck, and they need a lot of skill to really come back from this.
Yep. Curse pings out Zion Spartan there in top lane. They recognize he's there, and they know the team split. They know
what he's down to.
They know at least the top laner is distracted. It's going
so
down
fast.
Very quickly, looking for the grab.
Oh, grabs a spider.
Grabs a spider. Jerry, no, get out of there. Takashi X caught on the back end, forced to use the shield, but that's not going to be up for very long, and could still be disrupted. There's Night Jackie, gonna spin, gonna get nothing, but it's okay. They have the Baron bind going backwards, keeping Voyboy still, and Dynamic, they know they're in trouble. They just let Curse have a free Baron, and they were looking for the camp out. They were waiting for a free opportunity. It's like, hey, they may go still for an aggressive invade, but the moment Zion Spartan entered top lane, Curse knew it was theirs
It
for free.
takes so little time for Curse to kill that Baron. They have so much percentage damage. That's what really takes them down quickly. And of course, Kog'Maw with his Bioarcane Barrage, at least with their 2 skills being based off HP, and St. Vicious with his Resonating Strike and his really high attack speed. And even Consume. What the hell? This team is so good at killing Baron. My God.
Level 1 Consume, but well, then again, it's pretty much.
It's still an extra. It's a lot of extra true damage.
It's true. Yeah. It's the fact it's true damage. It's true damage, free damage, and frequent damage.
Yeah.
So.
And it's really gonna be tough for TD to come back from this. They once again, it's gonna come down to Blitzcrank hooks, but luckily they didn't lose anybody. They didn't lose their inhibitor turret. They're still making normal minions. They're still alive. But they're not alive for much longer. They're on life support. There's a lot of beeping going on, just kind of reminding you that they're still around. But TD, it's a 4-2 game, and they've lost so much ground just from the pushes and the aggression coming out from Curse.
So let's actually do the math here. So they're down 2 kills, they're down 3 towers, they're down every dragon. These like 3 dragons.
They're down, 3 dragons, 3 turrets, Baron,
and then the farm difference, which is absolutely
huge,
massive.
I mean, Takashi X has caught up a lot to Jackie. Still 30 CS behind though, and the reason he caught up so much was because Jackie roamed, and he got those turrets down. That's what his presence, his threat, really helped those turrets go down. And well, they needed to get the farm off earlier. They needed to be in that at least equal position, and it has been happening. And frankly, Curse has a late game team.
He's in the brush trying to take the blue.
Goes to Nintendo Dex.
Nintendo Dex, he's just, hey, as long as we have it, as long as they don't have it, we're in a good spot. Because they know they have to run, they know they're being invaded. And Curse still with the Baron buff for a good, a little bit under 2 minutes. We'll still be getting res nicely, just in case. And you know what, I can't imagine anyone besides Nunu that TD would want to hook it. Even then, Rock City has the ultimate, and there's still not a lot of CC.
Gonna be Cop, gonna be Jackie. Jackie just because you need to burst him down. Void Boy, I mean, he's building tanky at this point, I believe. Looking at his build. Yeah, he's got a Frozen Heart Haunting Guy. Standard release build, so that's gonna be a hard to kill spider.
Haunting Guys into Frozen Heart.
That's actually the standard build, which is really funny, and I love about Elise.
Man, I need to play more
St.
Elise.
Vicious. Okay.
They know. Right now, TD knows that 1 kick backwards.
That's the game.
That's it. That is the game.
They're out of outer turrets. They're gonna have to hold the inhibitor. Baron buff's still gonna be around for a good 45 seconds. This is gonna be the last stand.
This is
TD. If Curse goes aggressive.
Pixel though with that positioning.
A
little bit too slow to trigger. He could have actually grabbed St. Vicious on that, but then again he could have also shielded right back over the wall if need be. But still, the push continues from Curse. The Baron buff about to get. You still got about 30 seconds.
Footage of St. Vicious missing ward.
Yeah. And right now, Curse, the St. Vicious out in front, actually just going to decide to tank it. The True Shot Barrage only going to be hitting the Spider Lady. Coming back on down with the no, Jerry, no. Gets killed by the tower shot. No.
It's okay. They did nothing.
They did nothing. They'll come back. Well, actually, they can provide something huge because we saw they provide an excellent insect shield for those towers, pixel grabs.
Yeah, Pixel can grab those, and the tower will attack them before champions. As long as champions aren't doing damage, those spiders do a lot in this specific situation. This is what makes Elise such a good pick right now. I mean, she can execute in teamfights. That's going to be a big role. She won her lane, and it's going to be so hard for TD to really deal with her at this point.
Those bindings only landing on minions intended to take 1 minute damage. There's a cop full, but there's the rest of Curse. Nightjack with so much damage. Zion Spartan going to be going down. Everyone getting an assist on that one. And Dynamic is too weak at this point. The Baron buff just expired, and Void Boy still getting aggressive, still throwing explosive spiders, and this is bot and hip down with really no worry for Curse at the moment.
And what can TD do at this point? Curse, they've got a 10,000 gold lead. It's one of the hardest leads to come back with, but importantly, they also have the inhibitor down now. That's going to be so hard for TD to do anything about. And it's the CS that I think is really killed. That's what really locked them in.
Right.
The turrets they can recover from themselves. They're not going to get that time spent in lane free farming anymore. And Curse, now they have Cop. Cop is looking just beefy right now. How much gold does he have?
That's a good question.
Only 1,500.
He's got, but 9K total.
9K, that's a lot of gold.
9K total. He is the second most farmed game. There's a few hundred behind Jackie.
He only has 4 assists. That's why he doesn't have that much gold.
No
kills. I mean, Cop.
That's so.
He support Kog'Maw.
Support Kog'Maw.
But I mean, he still hasn't finished the edge. He's gonna be finishing that Phantom Dance. I believe he can afford it either now or. Oh wait, no, he just bought that Zeal.
Yeah, he just bought the
Zeal. Okay, so he's got the Doran's Blade. Like, he went for a very safe build going for the 2 Doran's Blades. That's because you want to go for late game.
Right.
And that's fine. They're gonna outskill Ezreal. Nintendo X and Zion Spartan are very, very good at killing Kog'Maw, but, well, they just don't have the items quite yet. I mean, only 112 CS on Olaf. He has a kill and an assist, and 130 on Jax. But that's not a big number.
That's not.
No Triforce finish. They just don't have the items on TD. And that's
well, they do have one item. They still have an Oracles, which is so vital at this point in the game. And if the moment Nintendo loses that,
it's gone.
Things go even further south than they already are.
Because they will never be able to enter their jungle. And like right now, they're doing it, but they're very cautious about it. They're roaming as 5. They do pick up that ward.
Yeah.
But now Curse knows. Now they can go ahead and run back towards them. Actually, they ward on the way out, pushing that top turret in. And this is the plan from Curse. Push in top, as those bot creeps push in the bottom, the Nexus, as the inhibitor's already gone. And, well, once those creeps reach the Nexus, they're going to have to split someone off to defend it. And when they do that, they can push top and secure this game.
It's a slow play. It's the safe play.
It's
which is
Curse.
They're
doing it right.
Yeah, they're doing it right. They are a very seasoned team. They know what they're doing. Pixel,
so
almost
close.
So very close. That could have been a huge game changer. But there is the pop of the Shirley's coming in from Nintendo. The Gotchax off on the side, actually tanking most of the 9 Jack ult just from the shield alone. So at the very least, that's down for a few more minutes. You got Void by being hooked in by Pixel.
Oh, this ult's huge!
There is the new ult coming on in from Rux, though. Huge damage down onto the rest of TD. Nintendo very low. Don't Mash be the only one healthy, but also the only one alive. That is a double kill for Cop, and all of Curse pushing on into the top inhibitor. This is pretty much it. Don't Mash Me cannot defend this 5-man push.
And I don't know if you saw Takashi X there. He got an ultimate on the 5 people.
Yeah.
He died. He died almost instantly before he could get it off because he went for the Abyssal Scepter first. It actually let him tank out Jackie's damage there, but, well, he couldn't survive the actual fight.
He tanked out Jackie's damage,
but not the rest
of the team.
It's unfortunate. Great game coming out of Curse, so looking so strong.
Curse taking game number 1. If they take game number 2, they're moving on, and Dynamic will actually be out in the
have to go ahead.
round.
And I'd say, enjoy a lot of Vegas luxuries, but they're all under 21, so they get a...
Hey, there's plenty. There's plenty to do.
All right,
in
all
Vegas.
right.
There really is. There's so much to do. So
it's a great city.
It's a fantastic city. We've had a blast here so far. We have to gorge on more food later tonight.
Definitely,
we have to do. But we still have. This is a best of 3. We are down to the bracket stage. What does Dynamic have to do to make sure this does not happen again?
Well, the bans were aimed at shutting down Jackie, but that still left Katarina open.
Right.
And in the end, because of that, well, Takashi X was left with Morgana, someone who did not really have the items to do what she needed at the end of the game. So maybe go for someone who can skill a bit sooner. Someone like Orianna, who, if you get a blue buff, she does a lot right there. If not, she has reliable initiate, reliable CC, and even like the Morgana ultimate. Normally, that's your reliable initiate. That was never really that relevant this game. Maybe going for, I don't know, it's safer picks overall could be the issue.
Yeah.
They were very dependent on Blitzcrank to start the fights or skill shots overall, which meant Elise shut that down hard. So I'd love to see an Elise ban.
I think
that'd be really good.
Elise might actually work out here, but this is also the first time in this tournament that TD's decided to go off of their standard pattern, because we've been seeing a lot of Twitch from them.
Oh yeah,
a lot of Cho.
The
Twitch Cho and Karthus
combo.
Well, the
Maybe
Karthus was
go
banned
for
out.
Karthus
was banned out though, so we may still see that ban going into game number 2.
I think I'd like to see Zion Spartan play Rumble. That might be their thing, because they needed someone who could survive without farm, and they just didn't have anybody who could do that with their entire team. Olaf kind of can. He did get the Reverie. He got the most amount of farm really on his team. Actually, yeah, he's at 7K. The next highest is the highest don't match at 7.2K.
Yeah.
So he farmed well compared to the rest of his team, but they needed someone who could survive without farm, someone who could just stay top lane, not get camped by Nintendo Dex to really need to survive, and it would have been okay.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see what it goes.
Yeah, see what they do.
Yep. Game number 2, Curse.NA versus Team Dynamic. If Dynamic loses this next one, they are out. We are over onto the loser's side. It's unfortunately many NA teams.
One North American team has to go home from this, and one between Meat Playground and Team Fear.
It's unfortunate, but it is business that needs to be done. But we will be back with more fantastic games right after this. This is IPL 5.